Hey guys, what's up? Kirk here. You guys probably remember me as Ice Kid Teen. If any of my subs are still checking to see if I'm putting up anything, which I'm not. It's been a long time, but I'm back. And today, just like before in the past, I've decided to upload a video for the main reason that I cannot seem to find information relevant to what I'm about to upload, on the internet. It's tough. I can go on the website, that kind of thing, and I can see a lot of things. I can see websites and that kind of thing, but I can't seem to find like recent videos about this game. And what you're looking at, if some of you already don't know, but by clicking on the title, you probably already know, it's Pocket Mortys. Yeah. Now I've been playing this game for I want to say a couple of weeks now, and it's been fun. It's kind of complicated. It reminds me of Pokemon, which I do play competitive Pokemon on Pokemon Showdown. Great. All right. So the main purpose of today's video is pretty much gonna be about this event. Now there's an event going on with this dragon. You pretty much fight the dragon for as long as you can. It costs 2 of the tickets you see at the top, so I can fight him one more time now, which I'm about to do and show you guys. And to get those tickets back, you pretty much have to play against other players, and there's a chance of them dropping a ticket once you beat their ass. Yeah. Alright, now I decided, because I've been, and someone wants to battle me, but I'm not using my team, so I decided that I'm gonna come up with a strategy. And the event only lasted like 2 days. It's got a day to go, 16 hours to go. Hopefully this catches some of you by then. Alright, but I realized just after playing the dragon a couple of times, I've had about 4 matches with him. The first one not long, the remaining 3 pretty damn long after I kind of learned. But I realized it put me at number 20. I was number 16 yesterday, but I guess overnight some other players passed and whatnot, But yeah, it put me at number 20, and it got me thinking, either there are not a lot of persons playing the game, or my strategy just happens to be really good, and maybe a lot of persons who play the game, perhaps they don't focus on strategies to go up against the dragon. I'm pretty interested because this Dragon Morty is quite powerful. Its stats are really good, so I think top 100 is fine for me. As long as I stay in top 100, I'm pretty much good to go. Getting the couple of extra crates, or whatever you want to call them, I'm not too interested in that anyways. So I just want the dragon. It's really strong. So yeah, I found out this strategy, and basically this is the team. I'll kind of give you an idea of how it works. So the first Morty at the top, Ghostly Morty, I don't even use it. It's never been trained. It's just there because it's the only Morty I have that has this negative energy. Now this negative energy, it's a medium power, which is good. It's decent. It debuffs their attack, so I'd use him first, use it twice, debuff the dragon's attack, right. Then I'm going to one of my personal favorite Mortys, the Post Atlantis Morty, right, and I'm gonna hit him up with a couple of splashes, which is strong. It's gonna debuff his defense. So now we've dropped his attack and we've dropped his defense. The next thing we're gonna do is head out into our Arch Mage Morty, and we're gonna hit him up with the Lightning Bolt. This has a 50% chance of paralyzing him as well as dealing damage, but it's not very effective, so the damage doesn't matter. But there's a chance to paralyze him, which is gonna be very useful the rest of the game. Now the main attacker is going to be my Dragon Rider Morty. It's neutral, it hits him for neutral and it takes neutral damage, so that's good enough for me. And I pretty much roll out, hit him up with a couple of Dragon Calls, drop his defense. Well, it's already dropped, but it's going to be boosting my attack as well. And then I just start spamming Divine Shot, maybe till I'm down to half. just to lower his accuracy. Just keep hitting him up with that. Then I focus on using up all my crushes and using up all my flutters, my 2 strongest attacks. Now at any point in time my life gets really low, like it's in red, I'll use one of my potions and heal myself right back up. Now of course, as you guys know, there's a restriction with how many items you can use, since eventually it doubles, and once it reaches 64 turns, you're not gonna get to use an item again, that's for sure. But I'll use a sensational potion. I have 9. And the next thing is the pure plutonic rock. If you have the plutonic rock, that's fine, but I just think the pure is better, because when you consider the fact that you can only use so many items, it starts at the first item, then you have to wait 1 turn, then 2 turns, then 4 turns, 8, 16, 32. That's pretty much about it. After you wait that 32 turns, you get that final item in, you have to wait a total of 64 turns, and well, it's gonna be really difficult. But to help my Morty, my Dragon Rider Morty with that, I have the Specs Morty. So what the Specs Morty does, he's like a tank. He's really fast, but he has this move called Defend. It's gonna buff your defense, and it's really strong. So when you use that, plus the dragon's attacks already cut down, it's basically doing nothing to you, and you can use that to kind of waste some turns. Obviously that means you're gonna have to use your moves, and eventually you're gonna run out of moves, but they're super effective. You got power and you got recitation. Now I wanted to get him at 39 before making this video, because he gets a really powerful paper attack that I could replace this with, and it would be more effective. But I believe it would have, I think, 5 PP, or this is not Pokemon, right? AP, I'm sorry. I would have 5 AP, and it'll be much more powerful. But because the event's almost over, I wanted to try to get this information out as quickly as possible, just to kind of if anyone else wants to get the dragon, because it's gonna be really helpful, especially if you're a relatively new player. I don't think my levels matter too much. It looks like the dragon basically at default kind of matches up with where you're at in terms of your level, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Perhaps it just matches up with your strongest star, so I'm not 100% certain, but it seems that way so far. But yeah, with that said, let's pretty much get into it, and I will show you how it works. So we're gonna approach the dragon. We're gonna say goodbye to 2 out of our 3 tickets, and it has a little bit of luck as well as a little bit of timing in there as well. So we're gonna attack. We're gonna hit him up with some negative energy. I also noticed the dragon's really slow, so that's very good. Like, it's already doing 10 damage right there. It's crazy. It is a resisted move, but yeah. And then the regular move is doing 9, so that's really good. Once I've hit him up with that a couple of times, I'm not gonna stay in. I want to save my Morty's health, just in case I need to waste some more turns, because you really want to focus on using all your items on Dragon Rider Morty if you can, and maybe 1 item on Specs Morty, but pretty much everything, your AP's recovery, your HP recovery, everything you want to be using on your Dragon Rider. So next we're gonna go into Post Atlantis Morty. And yeah, we're taking nothing. We're gonna hit him up with a couple of defense drops. Now I realized the dragon cannot get poisoned. That would have been a good strategy. I actually trained this thing up to 36 from I think 30, just so I could get the Val Spew to poison him, but turns out it can't be poisoned, it's immune. So we're gonna hit him up a couple of times with the splash, one of my favorite moves. That thing makes Post Atlantis Morty hit like a truck. They switch into a paper on your splash. Its defense is like so low that you just attack with rush and you do so much damage. It's probably a 2-hit KO, and you're gonna easily tank their super effective hit because it's so bulky, right? Now we're gonna go into Archmage Morty, and we're gonna hit him a couple of times, and hopefully we get the paralysis earlier. Sooner than later the better. First one, no paralysis. Lightning bolt again. Second, there we go. All right, that's perfect. So now I'm gonna preserve my health. I don't want these Mortys to be taking too much damage. might need him to take a couple of hits later on to waste some of those cooldown turns for items. Again, your focus is on one powerful Morty that is either neutral to it or at least resists it hits. So definitely, if you notice, I have no scissors on my team for this event. You definitely don't need that. So we're gonna divine shot a couple of times before we even dragon call, because his defense is already low and my attack stat doesn't matter right now. The primary goal here is to just, you know, force him into missing a lot and getting paralyzed, just missing paralysis. It's still gonna be a little bit unlucky here and there, like, you know, he can crit you like what he did me just now. But this definitely increases your chances. So this first run is pretty much just to debuff everything, pretty much. All right. So I've hit him with this 5 times now. That makes me comfortable. So now I'm gonna start focusing on giving him some damage, right? So I'm gonna dragon call a couple of times, you know, boost my attack, and then I'm gonna get down into attacking him. Yeah, he's bringing me down right now, but you know, remember, we haven't used any items yet, so we ain't got nothing to worry about. All right. Use one more dragon call just for doing so, and then we'll get into our 16 attacks, and he keeps critting me. Hopefully he doesn't crit you. But yeah, we're getting into our 16 most powerful attacks. You can see up top that's doing some respectable damage. Like, you know, a couple of hits out of this and we're taking him down. We're going to the next one. Yeah, the debuffs continue over into the next dragon as well. Right here, it's okay for me to heal up because I don't want to get crit, and we're just gonna have the first penalty so far, which is just waiting 1 turn, so that's perfectly okay. And here's what I would recommend also: whenever you need to use an item, say your Dragon Rider Morty, or you know, your attacking Morty, its attacks are all low, I would definitely recommend the sooner the better you use your AP recovery item, because the sooner you use that item, the sooner the timer starts counting down for the rest of the turns. Those turns are very important. Definitely do want to keep that in mind. That said, you don't want to waste, you know, a turn using an item when it wasn't absolutely necessary, because again, each time you do it, it's gonna get worse. You know, the first time it's only 1 turn, so now I can use another item again, but the next time I use it, it's gonna be 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32. And once you see that 32 and you run that down, you use your last item. That's pretty much it, honestly. I mean, you could try for the 64, but I don't really think it's, at least not with what I have right now, it's definitely not particularly doable. But yeah, so we're gonna just keep attacking and hope for the best right now. You know, RNG is a thing. Yeah, so we're just gonna use our most powerful attacks, pretty much keep damaging him. Great. Miss. Well, let's continue. We're pretty much just gonna keep using our strongest moves. We'll kind of probably switch it up a little bit just to kind of save on some of it and kind of watch how the hacks go. So but for the most part, we pretty much use our most powerful attacks. Ouch. Alright, so we'll just switch it up to diving shot, I believe, and we'll pretty much just use that as much as we can. Well, at this point, running on 13 HP, I think what we might have to do is to just heal up, just because he's really low, and I mean, it's pretty early on right now, so yeah. Alright, so we heal him back up. We're out of moves as well, so as soon as this 2 turn runs out, we're gonna recover our moves. So I'm gonna diving shot a couple of times, and we pretty much just keep things going this way. This run actually looks good. He's been getting paralyzed and missing a lot, which is always good. I'm actually gonna use as many of these diving shots as I can. Right now we have a little bit more leverage to do that kind of thing, just because the penalty for using a move, that the turns you have to wait, they're pretty low right now. But once you get to, like, you know, 16, maybe even 8, but 16, 32, those last two, yeah, we definitely want to be careful with the one we choose. You know, you don't want to put yourself into a situation where your Dragon Rider Morty is low and also has no moves. That's a recipe for disaster. Like right now, his HP is high, so I can just give him one of these pure plutonic rocks and get him right back up, and I don't have to worry about a recovery for what the next 4 turns. Yeah, so this one's going good so far. You can just spam our attacks. I hate when that says that you miss your move. One thing I find super frustrating about this game, every attack, every single attack in the game can miss. It's crazy. What? It's so crazy. There's always that chance in the back of your head. You're never 100% sure when you click a raw move that is gonna hit, unless you've gotten like some accuracy buffs or you debuff their evasion or something. But it's just tough being, you know, having to worry about your move every single time you click a move. Once I take another hit here, I'll heal up, but I'm gonna be as sparing as possible. Yeah, let me just take one more hit first, and then I will proceed to using another sensational serum, which costs 1,000 flurbles. That's so expensive. Alright, so now we're on 8 turns. Things are getting a little bit more serious. So we got 3 more times to use moves or items, I should say, essentially. And I just misclicked Dragon Call, but I believe that's perfectly fine because he missed as we want him to, right? So we're gonna keep spamming our most powerful moves till they run out again. Then we switch to Diving Shot again, and just rinse and repeat for as long as we can. Now you will see when it gets down to the nitty gritty where I have to switch into my Specs Morty, which it's paper, it's super effective, but it doesn't do a lot of damage because paper, the Specs Morty isn't known to be, you know, to be like super strong or anything, and as I said, I still don't have one of his most powerful attacks. The strong attack I have right now, when you use it, it debuffs your own attack, so I kind of have to use that last. And you know, if I'm seeing where his HP is going down and down, and I have to switch to it and get out that damage as best as I can, because I usually don't try to, you know, waste any of my items on the Specs Morty, since all it really does is stall for some turns so that I can use another item on my Dragon Rider Morty again. That's basically all it does. Alright, so we're gonna use up our diving shots here. Hopefully they go down before my 59 HP. It's gonna be cutting it close because I might have to switch out into my Specs Morty here after this, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to recover both my HP and my APs at the same time. You know, we're gonna have like a 16 turn in between them. So you can also see that's where having some other Mortys that you can use to stall for turns, that's definitely where they come in to help. So I got 5 more. Hopefully I can get a couple more out before he hits me again. Maybe. No. Damn. All right, so we have 4. It's a weak move, so I definitely am gonna prioritize giving my Morty some HP here. So we're gonna get him back up to full, and once we do that, I'm going to continue hitting him with the remaining 4. Gotta make use, you know, every damage counts, you know. It's all about damage. The more you damage him, the more event points you get. And remember, your goal is to get that top 100. You make sure you get that Dragon Morty. It's gonna be powerful. It's gonna put this Dragon Rider Morty to shame, honestly, because it even gets Dragon Call also, which I think is a really good move. Alright, so I don't like how he's hitting me every turn right now. Like someone put some marksman glasses on him or something. Alright, so we got 12 turns. We're gonna switch out here. Actually, I think I'm gonna go into my post Atlantis Morty because I'm prioritizing damage here, and I can damage him for 12 turns safely with this thing, given how much he's gonna do to me. Yeah, I could probably get out all 16 attacks here. It's definitely possible. So we're just gonna cycle between these and pretty much get him down. If we can beat him down, maybe get another one, beat him down as well. And I'm missing. It's always great, you know. Alright. We need that paralysis to put in some work, man. This ball thrower shouldn't even be able to move. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You shouldn't be able to move, bro. You got that little, yeah, you got a little paralysis sign on you, bro. You should not be able to move. That's the way. Let's speak it all into existence. Oh, all right. I want to get out all 5 before I move on to the afterlife. I don't need the post Atlantis Morty anymore, so I'm just gonna click buttons and hopefully he misses or gets paralyzed and I can use all 3 of my remaining attacks. Get the best out of this. 2 more, come on, 2 more. Oh, just one more. All right. So I think the turns have passed. I should be able to go back into my Dragon Rider Morty. I should have been checking that first. Let's see. All right, yeah, we're good. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to give myself back all my attacks. It's one turn. He probably won't even attack me during this turn, or he easily could. Anyways, we got 32 turns, so we got 1 more item to use, and this is where things get really crazy, because now we're gonna have to burn out a whole 32 turns. I'm definitely gonna have to go into Specs Morty. Let me just Dragon Call first, and my life is pretty low as is, so we're gonna first of all use our strongest moves, see how much of these we can get off. That's a priority right now, is damage. We've killed him a couple of times, so this should honestly have given us quite a lot of points. I think the best I've done is use a 32, then it goes to 64 turns, and then I managed to bring that 64 turns down to about 30 something turns. Still really far from being able to use another item, but you know, as I said, once it's 64 turns, you're gonna have to wait a long time. There's no guarantee that you're gonna survive that long. Like, I'm almost dead, still 24 turns to go. But I am gonna be preserving this Dragon Rider Morty for one more whack at him. Yeah, so if I can get these down some more, at least get out my most powerful attacks. Damn. All right, so 21 turns. I'm going to switch into. I'm gonna use Ghostly Morty. I'm gonna save my Specs Morty for last because that's gonna give me the most turns of stalling. But then the priority here is damage. It really depends on what you want to do at this point, honestly. If you want to go for damage, the Specs Morty would be best. But I'm gonna go into my Ghostly Morty and try to chip at him, you know, see if I can waste that 21 turns, because I might have to just use the HP boost on my Morty, my Dragon Rider Morty. And so I think I'm gonna try to go for the long haul here, honestly. Just because my HP is so low and my move pool is also really low. If I can get it back up to max HP, then bring it out, use a couple of its attacks. Once they run out, then I can probably go into my Specs Morty and try to stall like 25 turns, and then my Archmage Morty can probably stall maybe 20 turns. That's still like 40. I still need like 20 more turns, but I have a lot of Dragon diving strike, I believe it's called. I have a lot of those. I think I still have the 15, so that'll give me like 45 50 turns. Might be able to get him down to 64 as soon as this goes down. We'll see if I can, if Ghostly Morty can last for the next 14 turns, then it's definitely possible. We'll see. Yeah, just keep missing. Just miss for 14 turns, bro. You don't know what's in front of me. I'm a ghost. How you hitting me? I'm a ghost. Come on. Come on. You should just like go right through me. How is he hitting? I mean, yeah, he's just hitting everything. You see a ghost, you can just hit the ghost with every move you got. Everything. Oh my gosh. This is your last super effective move here. And we get knocked out. Alright, so now I'm gonna go into my Archmage Morty. We still got 7 turns. So I want to see if I can stall all these turns. I'm gonna use aura first to boost my attack, just to deal as much damage as I can as he keeps on hitting me. Oh my gosh, hit me again. Gosh. Alright, so we'll try to get out all these attacks on him. 4 turns to go. As soon as that turn kind of hits 0, I'm gonna boost my Dragon Rider Morty's HP back up to full, and we'll see if we can survive for 64 turns. I really don't think it's possible now, just because he got my Ghostly Morty so quickly, and I'm still missing moves. But it's okay. It's totally okay. Alright, so we're gonna use a Sensational Serum. Gonna bring him back up to full. As he gets paralyzed, we got a full 64 turns. Let's see what can be done. So, and he crits me. Oh my gosh. Specs Morty does not have 64 moves. How much moves do I have on this? I have 15, 18, 21, and 4, 25. And how many do I have on this? It's 10, 15, and 16, 31, 25, and 31. It's 56. I'm gonna hit myself a couple of times. The turn is running out, so let me just switch into my spec. That's 56. I have to hit myself for like a lot of turns. 8 turns of hitting myself. That's not good. Maybe 7 turns of hitting myself. Alright, so it's gonna depend on how often he hits these moves, as he starts right away, and that's doing what, a net 8 damage. I could take a lot of those. I could definitely take a lot of those. Nope. Let's hope. Here's the hoping. If not, then it's definitely fine, because we definitely accomplished what we needed to. This is really stretching what 2 tickets can do, because doing this, you're getting as much points as somebody else who's using 4 or 6 tickets, just going in there without a strategy and just trying to deal damage. So just think about doing this same strategy. Now, this is only 2 tickets, and we've been here for so long. We're getting a lot of damage down too, so if you do this, you have 6, 8 tickets, and you do something like this, I'm pretty sure you can make it to top 100, just because I don't know how many points we're getting, but I can tell you it's a lot given how long we're here doing this. Alright, so the turns are going down, so our moves, we're gonna have to start spamming defend a little bit. 52 turns. If we can get that one more, I've gone on to 30 something turns, so this, as I said, this is probably gonna be my best. If you can get this down to less than 30 turns, bring it down to the less than 10 turns potentially, then we might be able to use that item on the Dragon Rider Morty. I'm expecting the Dragon Rider Morty to have to hit himself a couple of times, but depending on how damage goes, how the dragon's hitting us, I might be able to get it off. Got 48 turns, 7 more actual attacks. Alright, yeah, you just keep missing over there. Alright, I'm out of moves. Time to go with my most powerful. It's definitely gonna deal a lot of damage the first 2 times or so, but because of the attack drop each time, it's definitely gonna get weaker and weaker. Yeah, I like that damage. I like your missing more than I like my damage though. Alright, so let's see if we can use the remaining 2, bring him down below the half. Yeah. And he's just hitting everything. Alright, let's just spam over 9 defense and hope he doesn't crit me again. Oh my gosh. Thank you. He should miss like 5 times for critting me right there. Because I'm going to be hitting him and I'm going to be taking recoil. But I may not take much recoil because the attack, it's struggling Pokemon. I'm trying to remember what it's called here. I don't even remember. Squirm is what it's called. Yeah, I'm gonna squirm around a little bit shortly if he doesn't kill me, and that'll take out some more turns. Alright, so 34 turns to go. 33, keep missing. Our last move, please miss. No, and he crits me. Stop critting me, bro. We're gonna squirm. How much are we gonna do to ourselves? 3. All right, great. So we can squirm like 2 more times if he doesn't hit me. Come on. 2 turns for the win. 2 turns for the win. Yes. All right, so 29 turns to go. I might not even skip through this video. Actually, it's pretty entertaining. All right, down to the last guy. Get on out there. 29 turns, and we have 21 moves, 15 and 6, 21 and 4, 25. All right, so 25 moves, 29 turns. I'm gonna hit myself 4 times, so it's just gonna depend on, in these 25 turns, how many times he hits me. There's one, and he does a lot. This is what, 18 damage. Damn. Alright, so we're gonna crush him a couple of times as he hits us. Doesn't look good at all. We need to see some misses and some paras. What's going on? Let me hit him with some diving shots. Stop hitting your moves. And the crit. Yeah. I think this is it, boys. And we missed a move while he missed a move. I think we got a little bit unlucky here. If he didn't hit so many moves, we might have actually been able to deal with him and go bring down the turns, maybe get off a move recovery and be able to deal some more damage before we die. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case anymore. So we only have diving shots. Not going to do a lot, but let's just see how much of those we can get off at this point. Yeah, he keeps critting me. I wonder what the crit chances, the crit rate in this game is. Because crits happen like every couple of turns, you know. Yeah, this is over. He crit me again. You see what I mean? It's over. I can't even squirm. Oh shit. All right, well, it was a good go. We definitely got unlucky near the end here, but it is what it is. We'll just see what else we can get out of the situation, and that's it. That's pretty much it. I was rank number 20. I'm number 16 now. So definitely the top 20. The persons in the top 20, they definitely got strategies going on. I mean, they're up there for a reason, right? So I don't think I'm gonna stay at 16 for long. But that is pretty much the strategy. I'm gonna respawn, and I will be at the healing center, and that's basically the strategy. So go back in this video if you need to go back, check out the moves, and come up with a similar strategy. Look at the Mortys, and you don't have to have the exact Mortys I do. Ultimately, you pretty much just need a Morty that can debuff their attack. If you have one that's as strong, that's even better. Debuff their attack a couple of times. I believe Ghostly Morty has it's speed. Alright, so yeah, debuff their attack a couple of times. Debuff their defense a couple of times. I have one that's strong, so that's great. Then we're gonna paralyze him. So whatever you need to do to paralyze him, get him paralyzed. That definitely does increase your odds. And then from there, make sure you have someone who's really powerful, who's at least neutral, as I said, that can deal some good damage, and boost your attack potentially to deal even more damage. And then just somebody who can probably take hits, maybe stall out a little bit. As I said, I chose Specs Morty just because of the move defend. It's really powerful. It makes you tank hits really well. It has a lot of HP. His defense isn't bad, so definitely a useful Morty to have here in this situation. But that's basically how you get it done. Depending on the feedback I get from this video, I might actually just start uploading videos about Pocket Mortys, maybe a couple of other games I play as well, see how things go, because it's kind of back when I initially started the channel, I was just frustrated about stuff. I have a video about turning computers into hotspots and that kind of thing, and it's pretty much because I couldn't find like information, useful information at the time on YouTube that would help me to accomplish what I wanted to do. So I learned it myself, and then I figured, you know what, let me share with others. They say sharing is caring, right? So you guys comment down below your thoughts. If you got strategy in place you want to share, remember it seems the community for Pocket Mortys is relatively low, so there may be persons out there searching, and if they stumble upon this video, you can check the comment section. Maybe you have some Mortys you can suggest that are easy to get, that kind of thing. But yeah, let's start a conversation and let's see if we can get this going. I might upload battles and that kind of thing. Yeah, but that's pretty much been it. I hope you guys are okay, given what we've been going through the past couple of months. Personally, I'm working from home right now, so I have a little time on my hands. But yeah, you guys stay safe, take care, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.